McGraw-Hill Professional presents Always in Fashion, From Clerk to CEO, Lessons for Success in Business and in Life. Written by Mark Weber. Narrated by Mark Weber with a contribution by Jesse Weber. Only in America. Preface. Human nature. Success has many fathers. Failure is an orphan. There is an ancient Japanese story that three samurai each told from their individual perspectives. There was a great battle. The shogun was saved by the samurai, yet only one could have saved him. The others were not mentioned. My wife and I went to Egypt, where we took a cruise down the Nile. It was fascinating, to say the least. Although I remember the pyramids and Sphinx, which I toured on an Arabian horse, I remember one story even more clearly. After touring all the ancient monuments, one astute tourist asked the question of the tour guide. Egypt has a 3,000-year history, but it looks like all the surviving monuments and temples have the name of the same pharaoh. Why is that? The guide smiled and said, "That's human nature. Each successive pharaoh had the prior pharaoh's name sandblasted off of everything and replaced with his own name." With this as a background, I must state that the book is being written with the knowledge that my name has been sandblasted from the events, accomplishments, and plaques in my prior business lives. It's human nature to recreate or recredit accomplishments in the absence of the samurai, the pharaoh, or in this case, the executive. I am sure many people from my former life will be surprised to read that I existed or that many of the accomplishments were actually mine. Nonetheless, these stories or insights are true, and they are mine. As I often say, there are no flukes in business. You can't have a consistent or important career without earning it. In my case, my journey from clerk to CEO are the facts, and I earned my way there at PVH. Act 2 at LVMH is something I talk about in detail. I apply many of the principles to governing in the business world. These ideas and principles have served me well. This is currently my 8th year in an originally 3-year term. I would like to think there are lessons to be learned, and maybe, just maybe, you will enjoy my story and career to date. Mark Weber. Introduction. Work is work if it's work. So far, I've had a fantastic career. I started out with nothing. No experience and no career guidance, and became CEO of one of the most prestigious men's companies in the world, and then the CEO North America of arguably the finest luxury company in the world. The fact that you've picked up this book and started listening means that you're at least a little interested in knowing more about the fashion industry and how to succeed in it. You're probably even more interested in finding out what you can learn from my experiences that will help you in your own career. If you work in the fashion, retail, or luxury goods industries or want to, I believe this book will help you in ways you never thought possible. If you work in any other industry, this book can help you because much of what I've accomplished, achieved, and learned over the course of my career applies to anyone working anywhere. This book grew out of the desire to help people who may be in the same situation I was in when I started out. I knew no one. I had no connections. I had no advisors. I had no idea how to get started in a career. I only knew I wanted to. I am first and foremost a creative person. I learned early on, however, that creativity without business knowledge and skills is limiting, and I was willing to work hard, very hard. I believe the story of my career and the experiences I've had, good and bad, successes and failures, will be helpful to other people, and not only people working in the fashion or retail industry, but people working in any industry. I've learned everything I could about the workings of the fashion business and business in general. I've gained a wealth of knowledge and learned lessons that I think are interesting and inspirational and can help people learn and grow. I've lectured to students from many walks of life, and whenever I do, the majority of questions I'm confronted with and asked to relate to take the following form. How did you get where you are? How did you become successful? What were the key elements of getting ahead?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?